Okay, thank you very much. Very quick question. I'm not going to address to anyone, so raise hands with complete freedom. Who would like in the future or has any time thought about starting their own business, about being an entrepreneur? Who here? Stay, just some seconds. Look around. Okay, I would say almost 70% of the audience. So out of these people, I'm sorry, maybe Carlos was even more polite than I will be, but the truth and the statistics say that only 5% of new companies of which entrepreneurs start, only 5% succeed. 95% will fail before 1-2 years approximately, and this is the truth. When I was aware of this figure, of this statistic, there are several statistics, some say about 30% success, but I would say that between 5 and 30% approximately. When I saw these numbers, I was astonished, and because all the books about management, all the books were telling about successes, people who succeeded. And I didn't understand. So I thought maybe I was wrong. So what I thought was to Google and write in Google something which was very, very important in all these books, which were the key success factors for entrepreneurs. And when I wrote key success factors some time ago, before my investigation, I saw that there were almost 640,000 entries about key success factors. So I thought, what happened if we write key failure factors? Is anyone trying to look at the reasons for failing? And when I wrote key failure factors, only 157 entries. So here I thought that there was something weird, something strange, because why if 5% of companies succeed, only 0.02%, if this is a sample of texts, of management writings, analyze failures. So like this bright, we've got a problem, okay, big problem. So I decided to investigate, and always based on this imperfect analogy, if you know how they succeeded, you will avoid your failure. No, this is false. My thesis was that to avoid failures, learn why others have failed in the past. So I did a research and investigation, talking with a lot of entrepreneurs who had failed. The main characteristic they had to be interviewed was that they had, in the past, to have closed, stopped a company, failed a company. No one applied here in Spain. In Spain, people didn't want to appear on a book explaining how their failure was. This is very typical in Spain. You know, in the States, for example, it's very different. If you start up a business and you fail, normally if you apply then for a job, this will be seen as a very, very good thing, because they'll think, okay, if this person has run his own business and it went badly, he will have learned a lot. So normally they get a better job. Someone told me that if in the future this is like this in Spain, and that when you start your business, your own business, and you fail, you have better choice for a job. Someone told me that then young people would start businesses and would make them fail, so they got better options for jobs. But I don't think that would be the case. Anyway, I tried to identify some key failure factors. And the first key failure factor, and very important, is that, and I'm sure that some of you, when are thinking about starting your own business, you're thinking, yes, but it depends on which idea I have. So let me tell you that this strange link, which is very typical between the idea, because I have an idea, I think I want to become an entrepreneur, is not a reason to start your own business. You need an idea, but it must never be the main idea. There has to be something else much more important, which has to see with a kind of desire, with a kind of excitement. See this phrase from Paul Auster, and when he received the prize, Príncipe de Asturias, de las Letras, and he said, and why would someone dedicate his time to write books? The only answer I have found is the following, because there is no other option. A writer cannot do anything else. This is about real excitement, and it's the same with entrepreneurs. Imagine that I say, because I've got a plot, a very good argument, I want to become a writer. You'll tell me, okay, and when this plot is finished, what will you do? So it's the same. There are a lot of people who have plots that only have one possible application, and what will happen when the plot is over? Because you want to become a writer. The world is full of entrepreneurs who started their business with crazy ideas you will not have seen in any place that have been manufactured, people who have put money really in things strange and very, very strange things. So no, being entrepreneurs is not about the idea. It's about an excitement. It's like the excitement of these pigs here, that they laugh and you don't know why they laugh. Or like these people that go and do risky things and they say to their friend, okay, take me a picture here, maybe the train will come, but never mind, take the picture, I want to put it in Facebook. Or like these babies with a phone that they become, it's a kind of joy, no? It's a kind of joy, like the people who make these sports and they enjoy. I would say that being an entrepreneur is not the idea. This joy is like the joy of these people that have twins and they smile. Or people who have triplets and still smile. Or people who have quadruplets and smile. Or people who have quintuplets and smile. The entrepreneur is she, not him. Huh? Okay. So, forget about the idea. Excitement, real joy. Now, it has been said before, fully agree. First agreement, even more important than the idea. If you have partners, how you're going to divorce from your partners in case you leave the company. And the reason is that the best way of leaving a company goes or makes the best way of doing an agreement for starting a company. And this is a real truth. The best agreement with partners is that one that will make the company survive when any of the partners leaves the boat. And this is a very important thing. Going back to the idea. Don't be that worried, don't be that obsessed with the great idea. This is very, very typical, to find someone that says to you, hey, you know, I think I'm going to start my own business at the end. Oh yeah, really? Yeah. And why? Because I've had an idea. Say, okay, tell me the idea. No, I cannot tell you the idea. But why? Because if someone steals the idea, what will I do? This I call the Gollum entrepreneurs. My treasure, my treasure, my idea, my treasure. These are the first ones that will fail. You have an idea, don't hide it. Just show it. Please look to me. No. Let's go back. Show your idea, explain your idea to the maximum number of people. Why? And even people from that sector. I know someone here in Spain who built alone the Fresco, you know the Fresco restaurants, okay? And he succeeded, and before starting the restaurants, he went to people from the food sector and explained to a lot of business people, a lot of people who were running business on this sector, look, I've had this idea, what do you think? And everyone told him, no, this will not work. That's precious, that's great, why? Ask why. Why it would not work? Because you're going to obtain all the main factors, failure factors, upfront before you start your business. This is great, great information. Come on. Okay, so even something very important, more important than the idea, it's what I call the shape of the idea. Did you know that the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs existed as a film before Walt Disney did his film? You can see it even in the DVD of Walt Disney, in the extras, contents, and you will see it was with real persons, in black and white. You had these dwarfs, really dwarfs, okay? A nice girl who was a Snow White, and the film was not very, very successful. What changed? Because the plot was exactly the same. It changed the shape of the idea. What is the shape of the idea? It's the way that you're going to put this idea in terms of value. It's much, much better, an average idea with brilliant implementation than not a brilliant idea with an average implementation. Do not concentrate on what you're going to sell. Concentrate on why you're going to be bought, why you're going to be chosen. This is a business. A business is not a what. And you will be elected only for 3 reasons, because you do the same cheaper, because you do the same better, or you do the same different. And you have to be able to explain this in 30 seconds. In 30 seconds. Some people come to me sometimes and they say, look, Fernando, I want to explain you my business idea. Okay, they start to speak, they start to talk, and after 5 minutes, I have not understood anything. So I say, look, if I am a potential customer and after 5 minutes, I did not understand anything at all, what will happen when you go to a real customer? So try to concentrate on why you will be chosen by your potential customers, not what you will be selling. The shape of the idea, and very important, the business model for that idea. This is crucial. The business model understood not only like the segments you're going to address, but also the, let's say, the architecture of relationships with suppliers, with partners, with workers, with the channel, with distributors, with customers. The architecture of relations today is crucial. And there are brilliant ideas that need concrete, special business models. There are business models which are good for some ideas and others are completely bad. So there are no bad, neither good ideas. There are no bad businesses, neither good ones. My opinion, after the research I did, is that there are good and bad idea managers. And that's the important thing, the person, the entrepreneur, not the idea. That's the crucial thing. Let me do a very, very quick analogy. Imagine that this is the idea, a model that we want to represent. We have some stones. Those are the resources that we have. And the final output might be somewhat different. What changes? The only thing we change is the artist, is the person. This is why you don't have to be afraid of explaining your idea to the maximum number of people, because true entrepreneurs know that him or her and the way he or she observes and thinks has no possible imitator. This is something that no one can steal from you, the way you look things. This is yours, only yours. No fear of explaining your idea. Entrepreneurs do not fail because of bad ideas, no. They fail because they insist and insist in their bad idea, which is different. And normally bad ideas can be detected with certain time, no? It's not like these accidents. No? You have some time to see that the initial idea has to be changed. Try to think why other people did not implement the idea you had. Any idea has been had by any other person before, almost always. The only thing you have to identify is why other people did not implement this. And this, like I said before, talking with people from the sector. Do not concentrate on the what. The what is also linked to a sector. Imagine that you see this in a foreign country. This is very typical. You see this in a travel, and you say, okay, I want to launch this in my country. This is very, very typical by people that travel and you see good opportunities. But how is the shoe sector in your country? The sector is absolutely crucial. The analysis of the sector, this idea in which sector is going to go. Work in a sector that you know well, that you know the rules. You have never worked in this sector. Okay, work some time before for another one until you get some, even it's a short experience on that sector. This is very, very important as well, because you have to know the rules of the game. Good sectors are like good banks, and at this moment, this is important. Good sectors have liquidity. And which are the good sectors? Sectors which grow, with few competitors, if possible, which are profitable. Maybe they are in attractive regions, good momentum, low investment, no professional management. Those are some characteristics of sectors which are completely worthwhile. And choosing an idea, it's about also choosing a sector. This is very important. Humility to change a business model. Oh, I thought that the best idea, it was to sell white horses. And no, it's about zebras. Okay, maybe you have to paint your white horse. So the possibility of change, adapt the idea along the time. Don't get sticked to the idea. It's a myth about the idea. I want to finish with this example, which explains to what extent and shows and demonstrates to what extent really the idea is not that important. And this is a real case. I will explain at the end. It's about an entrepreneur here in Spain, our country, who started with jewelry. It went well, he learned, but then it came competitors from the center of Europe. Then he had to close, and before closing, because he was a real entrepreneur and was not stick to an idea, then he said, okay, what can I do? Then he said, okay, I have some experience with precision, because about cutting these precious stones, we know really how to use the precision instruments. And then he decided to move into the microchips sector. Same entrepreneur, same facilities, same building, same workers. After some time, competition came, things went badly, and then because he had learned how to work with a lot of materials, and because he had still contacts from the previous experience, he decided to go into the gold objects market. For some time, things went well, and then after some time, things went badly. But during this third period of time, it was the same entrepreneur with the same workers in the same facilities. When things went badly, he decided he had to do another thing, and during all this trajectory, he had developed for his own use a kind of, let's say, liquid for maintaining very, very clean all the tables, because you cannot allow dirtiness to go into the stones, into the microchips, into the gold. So he thought, why not I develop and I sell this liquid that I designed for my own when I was working in the previous sectors. And then he manufactured and put and sold, which is called TEDxESADE, maybe not that well known in other countries, but one of the cleaning leader products here in Spain, in the same entrepreneur, the same facilities, with the same people. This is about killing the myth of the idea. The important thing is not the idea, is having a real excitement, a real joy for being an entrepreneur, and this is what will make you survive, because really losing is not trying. Thank you very much.